Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Creative Podcast. It's your host, Kayla, back with another episode. Of course, we're going to kick it off with the opening line. So this week's opening line is nothing too crazy. It's just that I'm proud of you, and I'm proud of us, and I am very happy and very grateful that we get to exist together, that we are sharing this existence at the same time, not in the same place, but that's enough for me, and I hope it's enough for you, and I hope you're doing well. So that's the opening line for this week, in case you needed to hear that, because I needed to hear that this week, and another creator that I watched said it in one of their videos. Can I remember who? No, but I remembered how it made me feel, and that's what's most important. So from me with love. Update. We are well on our way to 650 listens, and for that I am eternally grateful. Thank you so much for listening and sharing with your friends and sharing on socials and all of that. I see y'all. Thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to growing this little space of ours here. More about me. All of my socials are plugged below. I do YouTube. I do this podcast, I post on Instagram, and I post on TikTok, all under the handle at KCreates. That's CAYCR8S. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the fall bucket list, baby. Oh yeah, it's the annual fall bucket list. Let's get it. So we're going to set the scene. As you can see, if you're watching this visually on YouTube, my background is a little bit different. Why? Because I have decided to move in with a family member for personal reasons. But, I'm really enjoying my new space and getting things all moved in and getting things organized. I mean, of course, it's not the easiest process ever, and I'm getting used to my new environment, but after being in emotional turmoil for the past week, I'm feeling a little bit better about it. So claps for that. Just had to get that cleared up so you're not super confused. I just ate leftover curry from a new friend of mine, or a mutual friend of mine. More on that later. And I was just finishing planning out this episode for you guys. Typing on my MacBook, figuring things out. It is, what time is it? 9:49 p.m. So it's kind of late at night. Tomorrow's the full moon. And it's actually been a really rainy, kind of gloomy day today for the most part. And it's a bit chilly for Florida night, which is very fall. It's very on theme for this episode. I appreciate Florida for cooperating just this once. It's a cool 79 degrees. Now I know you northern folk are probably like, 79 degrees is hot. What are you talking about? But for us Floridians, 79 degrees at the beginning of September is like, what? Like we're having a chilly night? It's a strange phenomenon for us. We're used to having like summer heat pretty much all the way through mid-October. And then it starts getting chillier at night. So I am taking what I can. I'm sipping on a little apple and cranberry tea to keep me awake. Why? Because it's 9 at night. I'm exhausted. And I've been organizing things today. I've been planning content. I've been dealing with some personal stuff on the side because of the accident, like I mentioned last episode. Your girl I'm just trying to take it as slow as possible and be as gentle with myself as possible and not rush myself into anything, if you know what I mean. So yeah, and the curry almost put me in a food coma. So I had to like snap out of it because I had to make this video, this podcast episode for you guys. Hello, it's like we're getting closer and deeper into fall. You guys need inspiration for your bucket list, and of course I want to share my bucket list, and I love talking about this stuff. Fall is like literally one of my favorite times of year now. So after I finish recording this episode, I think I'm gonna go eat my autumn Mickey Rice Krispie treat. Do y'all want to see it? Oh my gosh, it's the cutest thing ever. It's gonna be so freaking good. It's got like chocolate on the top of it and everything, and then the Rice Krispie part is like orange. Ooh, I am so excited to get into that. I'm gonna go eat that and then cozy up with the rest of my tea and watch a cute little fall movie. Probably not one of the movies from my bucket list, but whatever, it's fine. So getting into the highs and lows of this week. Highs for the week. I just got off a little trip, a little 3-day weekend trip to Orlando. So this past weekend was Labor Day weekend. So we had school off on Monday. I usually go on campus on Mondays, but we had school off this week. So me and my friend Erica, y'all know Erica, we took a little trip to Orlando. That vlog will be out sometime later this month, probably, because I have a lot of editing to catch up on. Yes, I do. So be on the lookout for that on my YouTube. But yeah, we went up to Orlando to stay with some of her friends. That's why I said mutual friends. And they cooked for us and they drove us around and, showed us the town. I mean, we've been to Orlando because we are Floridians, and if you're a Floridian, 9 times out of 10, you've been to Orlando at least 5 times in your lifetime. If you are privileged enough, of course. But yeah, we went up to Orlando. It was really, really fun. And I actually ended up driving back. I have never driven that far before. It's a 3-hour drive from where we're at. 3.5 hours. So driving back, I was getting a little bit tired, but I had some Pepsi on deck. I was listening to my podcast. What podcast was I listening to? Sounds Like a Cult. I was listening to that podcast. They basically just talk about a bunch of different things that seem culty, like Trader Joe's fanatics or people who are huge fans of the Kardashians or like stuff like that. It's really weird, but it's really interesting. I love listening to it. So that kept me awake on the drive back, and I'm very glad that we got back down safely and Erica was able to nap a little bit because she had driven us up, and she was a little tired. So I always love being able to just like let people relax and be at ease and rest. I don't know. That's like my favorite thing. Be at ease with me. Rest. Be at peace. Oh, I love it. Okay, so the next thing. That's a kind of high for the week. I have been job hunting. I don't know if I mentioned this here before, but I am attempting to be a barista / server / bartender, whichever one happens first. Namely because, 1, they make really good tips, and 2, I don't know, I'm just interested in like mixology in general. That's why I put barista in there. Like, I'm fine with being a barista and then moving up to bartender, but like server is like the base of that. There aren't a million places where you can be a barista, but there are more places where you could be a server. So maybe I'll be like a server first, then a barista, then a bartender, or something of the nature. I don't even know. Or maybe I'll just skip straight to bartender. I don't know. But I don't know, it just seems like a really fun, more social job. I feel like most of my jobs have been really good. I've been really grateful for the positions that I've landed, especially at my age. But they're just not the most social things. And I feel like right now, where I'm at in my life and like in the space that I'm at, I really need to be more social at work and like interact with different people and new people and be really in touch with like customer service and I don't know, just things like that. I feel like service industry jobs are just like really good character builders and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been searching and throwing in my applications. I did about 20 applications this week on Indeed. Some of them got back to me. One of them offered me an interview, but it was at my local mall at the food court. And I don't know if it's too prideful of me to say this, but I just don't want to work at the local mall, the food court. There's one it's always packed with people I know. I don't like that. I don't want to see people I know every single day. You know, it's just, you don't want to do that at work. Two, it's in the food court. Food courts get busy sometimes. Food courts get hectic. Food courts also aren't the best places to get tips at. Are you hearing me, though? Are you hearing me? I'd much rather work in like a four walls, private establishment where, sure, people I know could end up coming in, but it's not like, I don't know. It's just too much public exposure for me. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. So, yeah, I turned that one down. But other people have gotten back to me. So we'll see how that goes. Pray for me. Manifest for me, whatever it is that you do, put out good energy and hope that I land a nice job in a nice establishment that I like. And I'll be working part-time, of course, because I am still in school. So those are my highs for the week. Whoop, whoop. Lows are, speaking of jobs, I'm feeling a little bit of outside pressure, or not even outside pressure. It's like a tad bit of outside pressure and then more internal pressure for me to get a job and get a job soon, just because there are a lot of things going on, and I don't know, would like add a little sense of stability in my life, Yeah, I feel like I'm pressuring myself more than anybody else is really pressuring me. It's just, it'd be like that sometimes, and I gotta just get over it and know that other people just want to see me thrive, and that's it. And I have to come to terms with that, and I can't be mad at them for wanting to see me thrive. Like, what? Another low is, like I said, lots of emotional turmoil this week, lots of tears and headaches and sleeping away the emotional turmoil. I'm just kind of like, I've been feeling a lot of low energy this week, and it's got me pretty down and like torn and overwhelmed, and I'm just feeling like I don't have a lot of control over things that are going on in my life right now. But at the end of the day, like, not everything's going to be in my control. I have to learn to be more okay with that. I have to learn to become friends with the chaos, because the chaos is going to happen whether I like it or not. So I just have to embrace it a little bit more. Yeah, those are my lows. Pray for me, y'all. My goals for this week, because I forgot to do this last episode for some odd reason, my goals are to redefine my goals, and manifestations based on where I am now in life, because a lot of things have changed for me. A lot of what I wanted at the beginning of this year is far from what I want now. I have changed tremendously as a human being within the past 9 months. And I'm proud of myself for that, which is kind of why I started off the episode like that, with the I'm proud of you and I'm proud of us, because I have recognized a lot of growth in myself, and I want to realign my goals to be more in tune with who I am now, and I want to do that for the new moon in Pisces tomorrow. Don't know if I'm going to be able to do that and like write everything down and do everything that I want to do with that, but we'll see. I'll try my best to do that and to do that with good intention. So I don't know. I can have some kind of roadmap for my life right now. Like I said, it's a little bit chaotic. So, anywho, that is the end of the highs and the lows for this week. We are going to get into the thick of the episode, which is the fall bucket list, which is inclusive of activities that you can do that I want to do, movies to watch, food to eat / make yourself, books, and music recommendations. So, I hope you enjoy. All right, so I'd like to note that most of these are on my Pinterest as images, if that makes any sense. So, like, kind of where I drew inspiration for a lot of these things on the bucket list was pictures and stuff that I saw on Pinterest, and I added it all to my board called A New Leaf. That's kind of my theme for this season. So my Pinterest board is a new leaf, and my Spotify playlist for this fall is going to be called A New Leaf as well. Kind of just like to keep things on theme. So yeah, if you want to hop on over there or hop to any of my other socials, I told you what they were before, and they're always linked below. If you want to see the visual version of this bucket list, it's not something that I wrote out, but it's like a collage and collection of pictures visualizing what I want to do, if that makes sense. That's the clearest I can make that statement. I'm so sorry. I'm tired. It's tired. Okay. Anyways, first thing on the bucket list is to have an ideal friend date day. Now, I have done this many times, especially with Erica. Erica and I have been on many of friend dates, just because they're really fun. Like, plan a special day for you and your main homegirl, or you and your main homeboy, or you and your main home person, to just go do some of the things that you guys have either been putting off doing or really want to go do, or I don't know, something that you guys love doing together, whether that's just going to Starbucks and going to Target for the day or something along those lines. Make it fun. Like, plan out an official date for you and your friend. I feel like people don't do that enough. People do that in romantic relationships, but not platonic ones. And platonic ones deserve dates every now and again too, because you have a lot of fun and you really grow more connected to the person that you're spending time with. And that's what's most important, and what I cherish most about fall, just growing connected with other people in nature. Okay, I'm not going to go on and on about that. Next, I want to sell more stuff on Depop. I've been thinking about selling bracelets on there. I used to sell bracelets a long time ago at like family reunions, and I would hand make them. I don't know if I would hand make them now or what I would do, but yeah, I want to sell more stuff on Depop. I have a lot of clothes that I want to sell on there, but I just get lazy with posting them, and some things have sold that I've put on there before, but it usually takes a minute, so I don't know. We'll see. That's pending. We will get to it. Next, I want to make a cleaning playlist. I put on here Sunday cleaning playlist, but like, not every time I clean is a Sunday, but I want to make like the perfect cleaning playlist, because usually I'll listen to a podcast while I'm cleaning, but I think it'd be a little bit more fun to listen to music every now and again too, just to switch it up, and especially music that I just love dancing to, dancing while I'm mopping or vacuuming or, I don't know, washing dishes. Next, I want to buy and fly a kite. I did this a couple of years ago with my ex, and it was actually his kite, so I had to give it back to him. But I want to get my own cute little kite, and I want to fly it one day when it's windy and gustful and, very fall weather, and put on a little sweater, you know what I'm saying? Go to the park, take the sweater off because it's too hot in Florida to be wearing a sweater outside, no matter how fall weather it might get. And fly the kite because, I don't know, it'd be a lot of fun. I think I want to do that by myself, just like a cute little date with me. Next, I want to do a Halloween craft and listen to a spooky audiobook. I'm not sure what craft yet. I still have to look on Pinterest and see if I can find one that I want to do, or look on YouTube and see if I can find one. But I just want to like sit down and do like something really like cutting construction paper, gluing it together, drawing on it with crayons. You know, bring me back to elementary school. Take me back to elementary school Halloween parties type of vibe. You know what I mean? And listening to a spooky audiobook would just be like on top of that, just chef's kiss. So if you have any audiobook recommendations, I think I asked this in the last episode, but I'm gonna ask again. If you have any book recommendations that are like spooky or Halloween related, let me know, because I would love to listen to them. Okay, next. Of course, this is a staple for any fall bucket list. Go pumpkin picking. Go to your local pumpkin patch and pick you out a cute little pumpkin, okay? I found the perfect pumpkin patch last year. It was literally, it was something out of a movie. I think the picture's on my Instagram and on my Pinterest. I recently posted it on my Pinterest. But it was so cute, and I'm so excited to go back. But they open in like late September, so I have to wait a couple weeks, but I'm really freaking excited to pick out a cute little pumpkin and add it to my space. To go along with this, I want to paint my pumpkin baby pink and cover it in pink sparkles. I know, I'm going a little bit overboard with the pink thing. I told y'all, I'm a little bit obsessed with pink right now. I'm not really sure why, but we're just gonna roll with the punches. I love pink right now, so I want to have a pink pumpkin. I think that would be the cutest freaking thing ever. Pink with like the glitter and the sparkles, and oh yes, I can already see it. I carved a pumpkin last year, and that was fun, but I don't think I want to do it again, to be honest. I carved a pumpkin once. That's all the carving I need to do. It was a lot of work. And it was a super tiny pumpkin at that. I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't enjoy doing it again, to be honest. Okay, next. I want to go to a new harvest festival this year. I went to a harvest festival last year. I have a vlog of it on my YouTube. Sorry, I keep plugging things. It's relevant. Okay, it's relevant. I have a vlog of it, of the one from last year, but I want to find a new one to go to this year, especially because I have like expanded my boundaries a little bit more. I travel to Miami a little bit more often and stuff like that, so I really want to go find like a really, really like nice, big, authentic harvest festival to just really dive straight into the fall spirit, you know? I want to go roller skating, maybe with my friends, or maybe with someone else. Yeah. Pending, we'll see. But it's been a while since I have gone roller skating. I'm not that great at it. I'd say that I'm almost better at ice skating than I am roller skating at this point. But we'll work on it. Next, I want to bake the perfect apple pie. I've never made an apple pie from scratch before. I heard it's not the easiest thing ever. I don't think I'm going to make the crust from scratch, to be honest, just the filling, because that sounds like a lot. I don't know if I could freaking do that. I don't know if I have the patience for it, but I want to have it be like, you know, the classic apple pies with like the little cross, the dough that's like crossing over the top of it, you know, and it looks like grandma's apple pie. You know what I'm talking about. I don't have to explain what the perfect apple pie is. You know what I'm talking about, okay? I want to make one of those. I want to go to the library and pick out spooky little books to read, little Halloween stories. Honestly, I feel like I'm just going to end up picking out picture books. And you know what? That's completely fine. It's fine. Just like classic Halloween picture books that I might have read in elementary school. Or if I feel like being a grown-up about it, I might go and try and find, I don't know, some kind of like ghost story or something. I don't know. Maybe not a ghost story. Ghosts scare me, but whatever I can find. Going to the library and picking out a book just sounds very like cozy, you know? I want to have a bath in fall florals. This sounds kind of gross, hypothetically, but if I find some fall florals I like, you know, and I wash them up real good, I soak them, and then I dump them in the tub, and I sit in the bath, and I put some nice fall scented bubble bath in there, and then like light a candle. It sounds like a vibe to me. It does. It sounds like a vibe. I can't even remember where I got this idea from. I definitely didn't get it from off the top of my head, but yeah. I want to have my friend do a tarot reading for me. She's kind of done one for me before, but I wasn't there. So I want to like actually sit down with her and do it in person and have the whole thing. I don't know. I just feel like that's very Halloween-y. That probably sounded so stupid. I'm sorry to the tarot community if I'm not taking it seriously enough. Trust me, I take it seriously. It's just, I put it on the fall bucket list because it sounds spooky. That's it. Like, I can't explain it any other way. I just dropped tea all over myself. That's nice. Refreshing. Okay. Next, I want to start learning guitar. I just keep seeing pictures of girls playing guitar, and I'm like, yes, I want that to be me. I gotta try it. I've tried learning piano, but to be honest, piano's a little bit boring. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But guitar, I could pick up a guitar. I know someone who has a guitar. I could borrow the guitar and eventually learn how to play. I want to play like classic rock and roll music on the guitar. You know what I'm like? I want to play like Prince on the guitar. I want to play Queen on the I just want to rock out. I do. But I'm probably not going to start on an electric guitar. I'm probably going to start on an acoustic, to be honest. Because that's like the foundation or whatever they say. But yeah, I want to get into that. I want to paint my nails red and wear red lipstick. Now, I need to break down this thing for y'all because y'all are probably like, what? That's something you can do year round. Listen. Growing up, especially in a Black household, I don't know about any of y'all, but for some odd reason, for a good part of my childhood, I wasn't able to wear red nail polish. And of course not red lipstick. Like, I don't know why. Like, I don't know what it was. And then by the time I could wear red nail polish and red lipstick, I didn't really want to. And I thought that I had this, like, stigma in my head that Black women couldn't pull off red lipstick. And, like, it wasn't really for Black women. You know what? What kind of mess is that? What kind of patriarchy, racist, colorist mess is that I had seeped into my brain? So I pulled it out of my brain and I said, I'm gonna get me some red nail polish and some red lipstick, and we're gonna rock it this fall because fall is like the best time to get into rich colors like red and maroon and burgundy and deep brown. So I'm super freaking excited to paint my nails red, put on my red lipstick, okay, and feel very autumn slipped away for a moment of time. It's not autumn, it's August, I know, but you know, whatever. So yeah, this Black girl is going to be walking around with red nails and red lipstick, and what about it? Okay then. Next, I want to read a spooky book in a cozy cafe. I already know what cafe it is that I'm going to go to. I have not showed y'all this cafe before or talked about it before, I don't think. Maybe I have. Maybe I have talked about it before, but I haven't showed y'all it before. It's very low key. I was taken there on a date before. Didn't work out with the guy, but I was very happy to have found this cafe with him. So it was a nice experience, and I went back by myself a couple months ago to work for a few hours, and it was very chill. I freaking love that cafe. Like, that place is what you think of when you think of a cafe. It's got the bookshelves. It's got the vintage type of vibe to it. It's got a bunch of miscellaneous different seating and couches and a TV and like weird stuff hanging on the walls, and it's just so good. So I want to take my spooky book that I find at the library and go there and sit down and read it, because I never do things like that. I read, but I'll read at home, or I'll read like at the beach or something like that. Speaking of the beach, I haven't gone in a while. I might need to go to the beach. But anyways, that's not for the fall bucket list. Yeah, I want to take my spooky book to the cozy cafe and have a grand old time. I want to go fall thrifting. Now, I do not want to spend any money, so I don't know how this is going to pan out. Yeah, I'm not really too concerned with buying a bunch of new clothes right now, just because I have too many clothes right now. But going thrifting during the fall is just like a different type of vibe, and you can't tell me anything different, okay? So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna browse and I'm gonna pretend that I can buy these certain outfits and make content showing the certain outfits, but I'm not gonna buy them. Hopefully. Next, I want to go to my first concert. I haven't been to a concert before. There are a few going on this fall. Jack Harlow. After my birthday. So maybe I'll go to a concert. I don't know. But if it's not Jack Harlow, then it's bound to be somebody else. I feel like fall is kind of like concert season. I don't know if that makes any sense. I feel like a lot of people have concerts during the fall, especially down where I live, so I'll probably be going to one spontaneously. Next, I want to find a new art museum. The art museum that I have been to, the local one, it's nice, and it's pretty big, but I want to explore and I want to find somewhere else to go. Like, I don't know, not somewhere more official, just somewhere a little bit bigger, if that makes sense, with like bigger pieces and like more to explore. There is one that I've been wanting to go to in like northern Florida for the longest, but it is kind of far, so I don't know if I'm gonna make that drive, but we'll see. Next, I want to paint more. I've kind of been avoiding painting, to be honest. I feel like I got a little bit too in my head about painting and like perfecting things, and the OCD coming out a little bit, you know. But I went and did pottery painting the other day while I was in Orlando, and it was really freaking fun, and I enjoyed it. And all I did was paint like little hearts on a trinket dish, but I was having a ball. I was having a good time, and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot I love to paint. So maybe I'll paint a little bit more, or start expanding my horizons and painting different things. I'm so used to painting on like copy paper or a little canvas or whatever from Dollar Tree, but maybe I'll start painting like, I don't know, sidewalks or more pottery or something. I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. We're gonna find out. To be announced. So that's it for the activities. Moving on into the movies category. I'm gonna go over the old movies that I've seen before that I just want to rewatch because they remind me of fall for some reason. So we're gonna fire through these movies. I'm not gonna explain every single one because y'all probably know most of these. I want to watch both of the Pitch Perfects. Both or three? Are there 3 or 2? I think there's just 2. I want to watch both of them. Pitch Perfect 1 is fall essential for me. just absolute yes. The whole back to school vibe, yes. I want to watch Bratz, the movie, the live action movie. Very good, very wholesome. I want to watch. Wait, no, we're gonna skip that one. I haven't seen that. I want to watch Hunger Games again. I bought every single one of them on digital from Apple, so Kayla is good to go on the Hunger Games. She will have the Hunger Games for life, okay? I want to watch all of the Twilights again, of course. I want to watch Beauty and the Beast, Hubie Halloween. That's a pretty good one that came out, I think, in 2020 by Adam Sandler. It's on Netflix. I want to watch Tuck Everlasting. That's a pretty old movie, and it's kind of a period piece, but it's about, well, I won't spoil it. Go Google it. It's a good movie. It's got Alexis Bledel in it, Rory from Gilmore Girls. Pretty good. I want to watch Casper, the Friendly Ghost, Beetlejuice, Dead Poets Society. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, of course. When Harry Met Sally, Julie and Julia. Oh, I watched that for the first time last year, and it made my heart, so warm. I love that movie. It's so good. And Good Will Hunting. So that's all of the movies that I've seen before, and I want to rewatch this season. And new movies that I haven't seen and that you probably haven't seen that I want to watch are Hocus Pocus 2, which is coming out September 30th. Mark your calendars, okay? Get your Disney Plus accounts ready because it's coming and we have to be prepared. I'm super excited for that. I only recently watched Hocus Pocus for the first time, I think 2 years ago, because I wasn't allowed to watch things with witches in my household when I was growing up. If you relate, you understand what I'm talking about. But I liked the first movie a lot, so I'm excited for the second one. Legends of Fall. This is another period piece, I believe, with Brad Pitt in it. Autumn in New York. This one is obviously Autumn in New York, and it's a romance, I believe. Coraline. I know. I've never seen Coraline. Coraline is a literal classic. I don't know where I was at when Coraline was blowing up. I was watching Barbie or something. I have no idea, but I'm super excited to watch that. And I have a movie on here called Another Woman. I actually have no idea what that is. I can't remember what it's about, but I'm probably going to watch it, so you should too. Next is the food category. Oh, I love fall foods. Oh, they're so good. Okay, so first up, I have Inside Out caramel apples. I might put the picture on the screen. I might not. If not, it's on my Pinterest. It's like you get an apple slice and you cut it and then you dip it in caramel and you let the caramel harden or something. I don't know. I'm not very good at directions, but that, or just regular caramel apples with peanuts on top. Oh, so good. I want to make waffles with whipped cream, pumpkin spice, and cinnamon on top. I've never done this before. I think this would be fire, especially with some Eggos, because I like to cut corners, I'm not trying to slave over the stove all day long. So I will pop some Eggos in, slap whipped cream, that pumpkin spice, that cinnamon on top. Ooh, so delicious. I want to make pumpkin spice cinnamon buns. Probably not homemade, probably the Pillsbury ones, same difference. I do want to home make pumpkin bread. I think that would be really yummy. I don't know. Pumpkin bread just sounds good. I want to make sugar cookies with Halloween sprinkles on top. I don't know how to describe them. They're just little shapes of different Halloween things and Halloween colors. I want to try out Halloween cereal. I've never had any of the Boo Berry cereal or Count Dracula. I heard they're not that amazing, but I still want to try it. I don't know. Who's it by? It's by General Mills, I think. I just want to try it. Probably not Count Dracula, probably Boo Berry. I don't know. I'll have to see what else they have. They have like a Frankenstein one too. Frankenberry or something. Anyways, I want to try one of those. They kind of remind me of childhood, even though I never ate them in my childhood. I want to make my homemade pumpkin spice lattes. You know, this is something that I do to save money because otherwise I will be running to Dunkin' every day for a pumpkin spice latte. So I try and make it at home. I already bought my pumpkin creamer, so we're good to go. All I need is whipped cream and pumpkin spice. Like I said before, homemade apple pie, frozen apple cider. I might try and make this if I can't find it anywhere to buy. Last year I had frozen apple cider at that harvest festival I went to, and girl, it was so good. I am not a warm apple cider fan at all. Like, you can't get me to sit down and drink a warm cup of apple cider, but you put that in some slushy ice, and I am in heaven. Okay, so I might try and just, crush up some ice in the blender, throw some apple cider in it, and fall in love all over again. Okay, next. This isn't super fall, but I'm gonna try and throw a little fall twist on it. So the other day, when I was in Orlando, I went to Wawa for breakfast, and I didn't know that Wawa had croissants. So I got a warmed croissant with cream cheese on it. Tell me why I never thought to put cream cheese on a warm croissant. That was some of the best breakfast I've had in a minute. And so simple, so easy to replicate. I can make that with my eyes closed. So I'm going to try eating more of that because I love it. It is so good and it's so quick. And then I was thinking to add a little spice to it, Sprinkle it with some cinnamon sugar, maybe on top of the cream cheese, or like mix the cinnamon sugar into the cream cheese so it turns into like a cinnamon sugar spread, or do cinnamon sugar and pumpkin spice. I don't know if I'm taking the pumpkin spice thing too crazy. I don't know if I'm taking it too far. I don't know. You let me know. But I think that sounds pretty freaking phenomenal, and I will have to let you know how I like it and how it turns out. Last thing for food. I know you all have been hearing about this on social media. It's the iced chai tea latte, like the perfect fall drink from Starbucks. So I think what people get is the iced chai tea latte with 2 pumps of pumpkin flavoring or pumpkin syrup, and then pumpkin cold foam on top of the iced chai tea. Oh, I'm already a chai tea girl. I love me some chai tea. So you're telling me you're putting pumpkin in it and pumpkin cold foam on top? Yes, that's like literally perfect for me because I don't drink cold brews. I don't drink like the pumpkin cold brew or whatever. Because I try and stay away from too much caffeine. So like the chai tea is literally perfect for me. So I am super excited to try that out. And I'll probably let you all know how that tastes in some piece of content that I put out. Honestly, I have so much that I post. I don't know where I'm going to post it, but I'm going to post it somewhere. So stay tuned. Okay, next. Book recommendations. Short list. Very short list, as usual, because I don't really be reading like that, but I try my best. Okay, The Official Preppy Handbook. You may have never heard of this before. This is kind of a satirical book. It's basically like a humorous take on how to be preppy in America, like westernized preppism, if you will. It came out, I think, in the 90s. I was watching some kind of documentary or something, or like style docu something about like fashion, and it came up and I was like, this would be really interesting to just read, because one, I love like humorous little books, like books with satire in it are just amazing and just so entertaining to read. And then on top of that, like, I'm kind of into, like, the old money kind of aesthetic, like the old money fashion sense and the whole, like, their values and, like, what's important to them and, like, what's important to the family and having that whole, like, American dream type of mindset. You know what I mean? Like, as a Black woman, we haven't been the most blessed in that area, you know, the old money, American dream, whole phenomena. So, I don't know. I'm interested in reading more about it, especially from a humorous standpoint. And it's actually got like real deal, like things that people follow and like uphold in it. So it's kind of serious, but it's not taking itself too seriously, if you know what I mean. Okay, next I want to read Rebecca. I have read Rebecca before by what's her name? Daphne Demure or something like that. I've read Rebecca before. I think in like 9th or 10th grade. I can't really remember. But it was a really good book. I really enjoyed it. It was very like, ooh, spooky ghost story. Ooh, you know, what's in the mist? What's beyond the fog? It's a very old-timey type of book, you know, but I love old literature like that. I don't know. It's something about like the language and the terminology that they use and just the vibes that it give off. So I want to reread that. And lastly, I kind of want to start reading Gossip Girl. I've never seen the show. I know the show is legendary, classic, up there. But I really want to get into the books. I think the books might be kind of good. I originally had bought the first one in like middle school, and then my mom took it and she started reading it, and then she was like, this is my book now. You're not allowed to read this. And I was like, dang. So I never got to read it. But now at my big age, I can read whatever I want. So I might jump into that again. I think it would be really interesting. Okay, next category is music. Again, kind of short list. I stumbled across the Charlie Brown, it's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown soundtrack, and I realized most of the songs that are on that soundtrack are on my fall playlist. So go give that a listen. It goes super hard. You will enjoy it. You will be dancing around your room. I 100% guarantee it, especially if you grew up watching Charlie Brown every single year around Halloween. You will absolutely enjoy it. So, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Next album, next album. Songs About Jane by Maroon 5. This is an oldie but a goodie. I grew up on this. My mom would be jamming out to Maroon 5 and I'd be in the backseat like, beauty queen of only 18. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a vibe. I feel like it's very good for riding with the windows down, you know, looking at the trees with the pretty colorful leaves because it's fall type of vibe. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm getting delirious. Next is Adele 25. I feel like Adele 25 is very fall. Have you heard Hello? Hello? Have you heard Hello? I feel like Hello is very like nostalgic, like it's taking me back, you know, type of thing. Like, yeah, Adele 25. I put it on there. Go give it a listen. Anything jazz during fall just feels different. Autumn in New York, classic. Autumn Leaves, classic. Okay? There are a plethora of other jazzy songs by Louis Armstrong, by Ella Fitzgerald, by Frank Sinatra, by, there's someone I'm missing. I can't remember his name. But by Dean Martin. Is that his name? Oh my gosh, I literally can't remember. By Nat King Cole. So yeah, any of those artists, I'm sure they have different covers of different fall songs. You can just look up jazzy fall music or find a playlist on YouTube or something. It's so good. It's such a vibe just to put on in the background and like do homework or read or something too. It's really nice. So yeah, most of all, I want to make a ton of fall and autumn themed content for you guys because honestly, this is one of my favorite times of year besides for Christmas. Christmas is always number one, but fall is number two. So I hope you stick around throughout this season, see what I get up to. And yeah, as always, check me out on socials. Let me know what you think of the podcast, rate, review it, all of that stuff on whatever podcast platform you are listening on. And yeah, this episode is a short one this week, but a good one. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy your week. I'll talk to y'all later. Don't be a stranger. Bye.